Droner.
Droners, welcome to the first day of flying a drone with the homie Rich. Brother, how are you?
Good, man.
Always a pleasure. So, as my first day, like what kind of checklist should I be going through like to look and make sure I'm doing this right?
Well, after you've got all your equipment together, you need to pick a location that is pretty open. Make sure no one's around. Find a comfortable place to sit. Do some preliminary safety checks. Make sure your props are on correctly. Make sure they're tight. Make sure your battery is charged. You want to plug in your goggles to make sure there's no one's broadcasting on your frequency, because you don't want interruptions while you're flying. And then make sure you have a spotter with you, so in case anything should come up, they can tell you to land, and you can, just add that extra level of safety.
I'm curious, why do you have, these seats are really nice and comfortable. Like, why are we sitting though?
A couple reasons. If you're getting started, it's a good idea to sit down so you don't lose your balance if you're standing up and you're kind of drifting all over the place, because it can be disoriented at first. And two, sometimes you're out here for a few hours, so you want to be comfortable.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah.
All right, and so I see that we have a setup. I understand this. I understand that.
Yes.
I even understand this. You gave me a little screen so I can watch, which is awesome. Thank you for that. But I'm really curious to what you have a laptop for.
Well, this is a relatively new build. And it's not something that you can just go out and fly after you put everything together. You need to tune it. So, and tuning means it needs to respond correctly to the sticks. It means your rotation speed needs to be comfortable for you, so it's not flipping at 2,000 degrees per second. And if you're doing a flip and you come out of it, it needs to stop and not overcorrect itself. So there's a lot of different values you need to adjust. So that's why I'm out here, just putting some final touches to it. I'll go up and fly around, land, make some changes, and then go up again.
So we're gonna be safe. We're in a wide open area. You gave me my little monitor that I get to watch with. Yeah. So let's get to flying.
Let's do it. I'm getting major video problems.
How do you know how your battery's doing on this? Or are you just timing yourself?
I do have a countdown on the remote. She'll start telling me when I've got a few minutes left. Okay. But also, you kind of get a sixth sense for how you've been flying and how long you've been flying.
I love it when you do like the float shots, like you'll like jump up and then you'll just, yeah, it's fantastic. So while I'm watching, like you can do really, really quick turns and flips that I couldn't even imagine doing on a camera drone.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Oh, sorry.
That's the acro mode for you. You've got complete control over every axis. So when you combine the pitch, roll, and yaw together, you can do incredibly high G maneuvers that a stabilized platform just can't do.
All right. So do you have any kind of games that you play while you're doing this? You're like, all right, I'm gonna circle this tree while facing it or something like that.
Yeah, there's some maneuvers and stuff that you want to practice. Like I'm working on flying backwards right now, which is a little difficult. Oh, there you go.
So I'm about to get my first racing drone, and I just want to know, is there any kind of like exercises or things that I can do that might be able to help me be able to do what you're doing right now?
Throttle control is something you really need to work on. You want to be able to fly at a steady height. You don't want to be bouncing all over the place. So I learned to fly low at first. I was flying really close to the ground, just so you can get your controls smooth.
How do you keep the orientation of where you are versus where the drone is? Like, so, okay, yeah, I just heard your controller talk to you. Is it saying, all right,
It's telling me to land, yeah. I'm gonna come in and land right now.
So, Rich, thank you, first of all, for showing me all this. This is incredible. Like, there's a lot more to racing drones and first-person view flying than I ever could have imagined.
Yeah, it's involved. It's very involved.
It is. So I'm looking forward to being able to do this some more. And looking, like I said, looking at the footage, man, like, obviously you are one of the best. So thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
See you soon, brother.
Sounds good.
Droners, thank you for tuning in for this racing drone edition with Rich, the professional drone racer, because he's awesome. And if you want to see more videos with Rich, you can click right about here, because that's where drone stuff with Rich is. Or if you want to see more drone stuff in general involving me flying or telling you more about drone stuff, you can click right about here, because that's a good place to click. Either way, make sure you're the homie and hit the subscribe button, because that's what we do to homies. And as always, stay fly.